I know they got others. Listen, I know you got other stuff back there.
So wait, would you do it? Would you make something else?
You really do. You can whip something up.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
There's this great restaurant downtown called Don Angie. I say it's a great restaurant. If you live in New York, you know it's more than just a great restaurant. Don Angie is just, it's the place everyone wants to go. The food is just fantastic. Now, Scott and Angie, of course, you've had Don Angie open for how many years?
Almost 8 years.
Should we turn you on? Yes, eight years.
Yeah, coming up on 8 years this October.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks.
When you open a restaurant like that, do you know it's going to turn into what it's turned into? You just feel it, or you just woke up one day and you're like, kaboom, it's Don Angie.
It was kind of a kaboom thing. Yeah, I mean, we just wanted to open like a neighborhood restaurant, and
we're very lucky.
yeah.
But why is it Don Angie and not
Scott Angie.
Scott Angie?
Okay, so
I'm sure you've been asked this a million times today.
I mean, everybody thinks my name is Don. No one understands the name of the restaurant. In fact, the guy that's the other
Josh. He called you Don.
He called me Don.
Embarrassing.
He's leaning into it at this point.
People will come into the restaurant and say, "I know Don," and he told me I could have a seat. And we're like, yeah, there's no Don.
I know
You
Don.
don't know Don, buddy. Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's obviously it's Don Angie for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because Angie's the boss. She's in charge. She's the
So
Don.
she's the Don.
Yes.
Is that really
You're
why?
looking at the Don.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the meaning of the name, basically. Yeah.
It's like a joke.
Okay.
I kind of assumed
There's
that's
a
what
lot
it was.
of, Don Antonio. There's a lot of restaurants with those types of names in New York City. It's
Right.
like yeah.
But typically it's always a male name following it, not a female name following
I love
I
that.
think it's excellent.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And that's the thing about Don Angie, and of course there are other restaurants, San Sabino. They take traditional and they twist it and add fun to it. So do it with the name too. Why not? It's your joke. Screw it. So the star, a lot of people would argue, I'm sure you will argue this as well, the star of the show at Don Angie is right there, the lasagna.
For sure.
Now, so describe this to anyone who's never experienced it.
Yeah, so it's kind of like in the style of a pinwheel. So basically, it's like homemade pasta that we roll up with bechamel, Parmesan, mozzarella cheeses, and like our Italian sausage bolognese sauce inside. So it's a really beautiful presentation, but it also just like eats really well. Like it's really easy to share, and it's also like everyone gets the perfect bite. Everyone gets kind of like the crispy top and like the delicate bottom.
I like that.
And it eats a lot lighter because it's not stacked, compacted on top of each other. So when you eat it, I mean, it's still probably 7,000 calories, but when you eat it, it's like, you don't feel like this big gut bomb after you eat it.
It is
For sure, it feels lighter. Yeah.
It's a light way to get to 7,000 calories. So where do you find inspiration for dishes like that? And because I have a story behind this. But anyway, where do you find inspiration behind a pinwheel lasagna?
I mean, we find inspiration everywhere. This particularly, honestly, was inspired by like a photograph I saw of cinnamon buns like baked in a pan. Because we were talking about doing lasagna in some format, and I saw this picture and I was like, oh, this would be a nice way to present it. Yeah, that's how it happened.
So we were at this restaurant out in Belleville, New Jersey called the Belmont. Right?
Oh,
it's famous.
We know it well. We have a Belmont chicken on the menu at San Sabino.
Oh, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going for that inspiration. So we were all having dinner, and we saw Scott and Angie eating dinner, and I saw you eating their chicken Savoy, and then I go to your restaurant San Sabino, and they have chicken Savoy on the menu. But you definitely give homage to we call
it the Belmont chicken.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the people that own the Belmont, they're like, this is cool. They're ripping us off. Your own version, of course, though.
Yeah.
Do they know?
I mean, I hope they think it's cool. I guess I've never really talked to him about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very different dish. Their dish is like served on the bone, and it's our dish is.
Yeah, it's basically just like vinegar and like pecorino.
Yeah.
Ours has like these like agrodolce onions.
It's
and like
really
a
just
aioli.
like it's like a nod to them and how
an
they're.
homage.
I mean, that restaurant is amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
It's definitely, you got to go. It's the only place where I will drink a glass of Cuddy Sark. I don't
Wow.
know. That's the strangest thing.
Wow.
I know.
I don't even know what that is. I mean, is that whiskey? Is it bourbon? Cuddy Sark?
Cuddy Sark, Scott, it's
your grandfather.
It's the whiskey that your
Yeah.
mom and dad had next to the Galliano.
Got it.
No one ever drank.
Rubbing alcohol.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good. No, it's great.
Phenomenal.
So, how did you guys meet? So, and is it challenging to work with the person you're married to?
I mean, it's definitely challenging, but we've been doing it for so long now. We met in a restaurant. I was actually working in the front of the house at the time, and he was working in the back of the house. Like I was working on the floor as a server, and he was right out of culinary school working in the kitchen. And then I moved to the kitchen like shortly thereafter. But we've only been working together, for like maybe 12 years or
I
something.
mean, that's still a long time.
Yeah, what am I saying? Yeah, we've been working together for a while. And I think it
Feels
just
like 400 years.
Zing. Yeah. I mean, I think we work well together because we just know each other so well. We communicate very well because we don't even really have to talk sometimes. We just kind of divide and conquer.
It's almost like it's almost like cheating. Most restaurants have one chef, and we have two chefs, so two minds. So it's not one person trying to come up with a dish. One of us comes up with an idea, and then we bounce it off of each other, and we end up coming up with a really good dish together usually. So
well, let's say before you leave the house, or before there's a rough moment between the two of you. Once you get in the kitchen, I would think the kitchen is so intense. There's no time to sit there and hold a grudge. You got to get to work.
That's a good point. Yeah. I don't think we definitely don't have time for anything like
See,
that.
here in this room, we have time for grudges.
Yes. I could feel it's palpable. I'm sorry,
we fight a lot. So another thing, I love what they do, and I'm sure, do you like hearing about you in the third person? Here we go.
Sure.
So Scott and Angie.
What do you got?
So for instance, meatballs. What they'll do is rather than just throw onions in the meatballs, they'll caramelize onions. They'll put them in meatballs so they have a nice sweet taste. They'll take garlic and puree it and give it a different consistency than a chopped garlic. And so your meatballs are the three meats: the veal, the pork, and the beef, and they come out beautifully. But no one else is out there caramelizing onions and putting their meatballs. That's an extra step.
Where'd you get that recipe from?
That's how you do it. Isn't that how you? Isn't that
We
how
do
you,
it a little different, but that's an interesting way though. But we do. So we have a cookbook, came out a couple years ago, Italian American, and in there is our recipe for meatballs. What we do is two things that are different. We put garlic puree, which is correct, in the meatball.
Well, caramelized garlic. I think that's what he's referring
because
to.
it's already so many times you eat a meatball, like a pizza shop meatball, something like that, and it always has raw garlic inside of it. Because when you put chopped garlic inside of meat, it never cooks inside of the meat when you cook it in the oven. And then we take raw onions, white onions, puree them into basically like a paste, drain out all the water, and mix that into the meatballs. And then as the meatball cooks, the onions kind of steam inside the meatball. And those are the two key things I think that we do.
All right, so it's off on the caramelized onions. Sorry.
Caramelized garlic.
Caramelized garlic.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in.
I was just curious where you got that info from. That's pretty cool.
Okay, so who else takes mortadella and mixes it with crab? Is it?
Yeah, that's right. We have a mortadella and crab dip on our menu at San
Who ever
Sabino.
thought of that? I mean,
Well, mortadella, I think the spices that go into mortadella, they kind of mirror some of the flavor profile of Old Bay seasoning, which goes with crab. So that's where that kind of came from. The
And
idea
also
of it,
the bologna
pairing
dip
together.
thing, right?
Yes, and then there's this old school thing, this bologna dip that exists. So yeah, mortadella is basically bologna. So
it is.
that's how that came about.
It is a nice Italian bologna.
Yeah, 100%.
Sometimes it has pistachio nuts in it. It's really
Sure,
good.
and we add pistachios to our dip. Yeah,
Yeah.
because of that reason.
Yeah.
And what kind of cracker do you serve that with?
A Ritz, just
Of
a
course.
classic.
The best cracker.
All right, so this is what I'm talking about. They're very innovative and very fun, and it's festive. It's a festive way to eat. Gandhi,
Yes. I mean, the question I want to know.
go.
How does somebody get a reservation at your place?
So I mean, they go live on Open Table 7 days in advance at 9 a.m. That's the best way to get a reservation. They're really small restaurants. Both San Sabino and Don Angie are 50 seats, so they fill up very quickly. But we always have seats for walk-ins. So people will just show up right around the time that we open, and oftentimes we can get you a seat that way.
Oh, wow.
Sit at the bar.
That's nice.
Here's another.
The bar is always open. Yeah.
Sit at the bar.
Here's
Okay.
another
Walk-ins.
secret.
Okay.
Don Angie's open for lunch Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's the same menu as dinner, and it's way easier to walk in, get a reservation, blah, 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 blah. Same thing, San Sabino is open 7 days a week for lunch. Basically the same menu as dinner. There's some other sandwiches and things like that. So it's also very easy to get in because lunch is never as busy as dinner for restaurants. So if people just want to come and try the food, that's the best time.
Okay.
Speaking of lunch versus dinner,
Oh, I knew it.
Scary has he has a conspiracy. He wants to flesh this
wow.
out.
Well, this is going on at restaurants around America. I'm not saying it's going on at your restaurant, but do you charge more for something at dinner for the same entree at lunch? At
That
your
does
place?
not occur. No.
That's good.
Absolutely
That's
not.
honesty
It's a
right
different portion size, is it not?
No,
It's all the same.
same.
I think you should do it though now. I mean, why not?
Scary's convinced, and he's seen menus. The same exact dish at night is more
We're
than it
not
is.
part
at
of this conspiracy. We have no part in this.
All right, so tell us, how do you rip us off?
Oh my
We do not.
Where's the upcharge? Where's the upcharge here?
I have another question. Okay, so as restaurant owners, what is the most annoying thing that people can do when they come in as a patron?
That's a tough question. I don't know.
Oh, come on.
You guys don't ever run into people and you're like, please.
You know
do
what's
not
annoying
come
is
back
when
here.
people like want to like really like overly modify things on the menu. That gets a little challenging.
Nate?
You know.
And then they complain about what you give them. That's the
Yeah.
problem. Then they're like,
Okay.
oh, this isn't,
Dude.
and it's like, we designed the menu a certain way, and this isn't really typically how we make it, so that's an issue.
So don't
That's a good point.
customize.
Yeah, that, or when sometimes we get guests that are not nice to the employees that are
Yeah,
I
that's
hate that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
definitely
Just
not
treat
cool.
the people like they're...
You really can tell a lot about a person how they treat people.
Yeah, so...
So I will tell you. I told you earlier. I go to Odeon for lunch. We used to when our studios were downtown. We would go to Odeon, this restaurant, every day almost. So we go there. Nate and I would sit at the bar. They open at 11, so it's good for morning people. So we crack a cocktail at 11:05, and after a while you're there every day. He looks at the server and says, he puts the menu down and says, "Do you have anything else?"
Yeah. What else you got back there?
I bet you love those
So
people.
I had to explain to him why just because they have these ingredients in different dishes, they can't make a totally different dish.
I believe my exact words were, "What else you got?"
Yeah.
Because I had literally had
Just
everything
inquiring. Yeah,
on the
for
menu,
sure.
and everything's great. But I know they got others. Listen, I know you got other stuff back there.
So wait, would you do it?
we
Would you
don't.
make something else?
You really do. You can whip something up. I know it. You got a can of something that you can say,
It's a
hey, you know
slippery
what?
slope, though, because then what if we do that, and then the next time you come in, you're like, oh, I want that thing, and like different people are working, different ingredients are that, you know what I mean? That's like,
Then I'll accept the other thing that you're going to make for me back there.
He thinks if you've got onions back there and you have beef,
caramelized onions.
can't you make stroganoff? I said they're not tooled that way.
That's how my kitchen would work.
Well, that's not
At
your
your
kitchen.
home?
No one was eating your stupid
What
kitchen.
would your answer be though to Nate if he said, "What else you got?"
I'd be like, this is what we got. I'm sorry. Looking at it.
buddy.
Yeah.
You got Ritz crackers. You got Ritz crackers in the back. We know that.
I can make crackers and peanut butter.
There
Yeah.
you go.
There you go.
He could make it.
So Nate is officially the most annoying patron that
Yeah.
could go to a venue. Wow, Nate.
Yeah. Here's your irritating guy. Okay, so I guess one final thing that I hear that DeLonghi's about to ding. So we gotta eat this food.
That thing works good, by the way.
Yeah, it's
hell yeah.
purring back there
Keep
for
it as
sure.
your free gift.
Oh my God,
Thank you.
stop.
I want to watch you walk a hot oven out to the Uber. It's gonna be great. So, here we are in New York City, and 50 seats or 300 seats. Your restaurants are very, very popular. And we're living in a city, I'm assuming 70,000 restaurants in New York City. I mean, it's like some stupid number. And you guys are at the very, very top. You really are in your category and beyond. How does it make you feel as people who have been working really hard in this industry and you're seeing this pay off? How does it make you feel?
I don't know, man.
Do you ever have time to stop
I
and
don't
think
even
about
think about it, to be honest, because I'm like, you know what? I'm just moving forward, like doing the best I can every day. I personally don't think about it a lot.
I think as chefs, we don't think that we're at.
Yeah.
I don't think as chefs you ever think you're at the top of your game. You're always like,
Why
trying
is
to-
that?
I think because you're always trying to make things better.
Do
I mean,
better,
we
yeah.
are always even changing things. Sometimes techniques on how we make the lasagna to make it more simple, to make it more consistent. Like we're always trying to make it better and better.
Like
and better.
operational improvements.
Yeah. So it's hard. I mean, like I said, we're very thankful. There's a lot of great restaurants in New York, and there's a lot of restaurants that struggle and have to get people in and stuff that do amazing things, and it's just we're very, very thankful. People love Italian food. That's the thing. People love chicken parm, meatballs, and lasagna. Those are like the three. That's like the top three. You put that on the menu, you're doing pretty good.
Pizza, yeah.
Pretty good.
You'll get us there.
Oh yeah.
And cookbooks. People need cookbooks. Where, how, there, of course, Amazon has them, right?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of small
bookstores have it,
booksellers
too.
sell it as well. It's called Italian American.
It's a family storybook as well as a cookbook, and it also the recipes are really for the home cook.
Right.
So it's not like really we've tested the recipes a billion times and they're just like they work, and it's a great book.
We'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead and put it up on Elvis Duran Show on Instagram, so they can link over.
Cool.
And maybe we'll
thanks,
get a
guys.
portion of the proceeds. I'm kidding.
We're still waiting for the portion of it.
Yep, that's how books work, right? Such a pleasure to have you guys, Scott and Angie and Katie. Thanks for coming in. And I know it's a pain in the ass to get this stuff together and roll it in at this hour. We do appreciate the effort.
Thanks for having us. Thank you so much.
Can we eat now, for God's sake?
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.